Are you ready?
Guys, I'll take it from here. So, here at Fantasy Football Monsters, my main goal has always been very simple: to entertain you. For 4 years, through wry, self deprecating humor, I've tried to bring a unique perspective on fantasy football and the NFL. It's challenging for one person to pull off a show like this every week, but I love making people laugh. It's one of the purest joys in my life. Today, though, I'm not laughing. Football and fantasy football are just games. Aside from a few people winning big, this won't change anyone's life. It's a pastime, a way to connect with friends and share the joy of a sport we love. But what happened on Tuesday, November 5th, 2024? That that was not a game. Now, let me say this. I've been on the losing side of more presidential elections than not. My first one was in 1996, and I have voted in every one since. So, 8 total. In those 8, the person I voted for has won 3 times. I am used to the sting of being on the losing end. But, after every one of those until this year, I was definitely saddened by the results, but I've never once been fearful. Now, I've got a background in political science. I understand the ramifications of these elections maybe a little better than most. In the past, we simply had ideological differences on certain fiscal and social agendas that maybe would go the way I didn't particularly want. And that's okay. It's part of what made America great. Even when Donald Trump was elected the first time, I definitely thought it was a mistake, but he seemed to give an election night speech that led me to believe that he would be a unifying president to bring the country together. Mind you, we weren't that divided then, but I didn't feel concerned about what would happen next. In the 8 years since, I have watched our country grow so divided that civil war has become a legitimate conversation, a nightmare I never thought possible in my lifetime. It has deeply divided states, towns, neighborhoods, and families. Hell, it's torn my own family apart. So I feel all of it. After January 6th, an event that was just simply unfathomable, I thought for sure it would be the end to the great divider, the man who objectively was the worst president in over 150 years. Surely the American public would never accept a man who outwardly attempted to circumvent the results of an election he lost. A man known to have very deep ties and financial interests in Russia. A man so awful he made us the laughing stock of the free world. A man whom 40 of the 44 people from his first cabinet would not support this time around. In 2016, we could claim ignorance. It was new. People didn't fully grasp the weight of what they were choosing. But in 2024, we knew exactly what was at stake, and somehow we chose it anyway. Now, this victory wasn't earned through leadership or integrity. It was won through a campaign of hate and lies, spun by the ultimate snake oil salesman of our time. And now here we are, repeating history's darkest lessons. Anyone who knows history can feel the shadow of 1930s Germany, a time when one man's hatred infected a nation and paved the way for one of humanity's darkest atrocities. Now, I'm not saying Trump is about to bring us to that exact end, but make no mistake, we're living through an era where fear and division are being weaponized, and there are millions of people who have every right to be terrified. I myself am lucky. I'm a married, straight, white, cis male. I happen to be in a class of people who won't be targeted by Donald Trump and his supporters. But I know many of you are not so lucky. So if you're feeling fear right now, know that I am here for you. Whether you're trans, gay, a woman, non Christian, or anyone else feeling threatened by what's just happened, I'm with you. You can reach out here on YouTube or on X at the Gamer Zone, and let's all stand together in solidarity. Now, if what I'm saying here bothers you, go ahead and smash that unsubscribe button. Human decency will always come first here. Now, that said, let's briefly lighten things up with a little NFL talk. For my picks this week, I'm going to take the Ravens over the Bengals by 5, the Commanders over the Steelers by 6, the Eagles over the Cowboys by 9, as much as that pains me to say, the Lions trampling the Texans by 18, and I'll even say that the Dolphins are going to get the upset win against the Rams by 2. I've officially survived half the field in all 13 Fantasy Cares Eliminators and went 7-4 head-to-head this week. So, I'm feeling a little better on that front. This is the best I can do this week. I'm still processing that when given the choice between love or hate, progress or regression, we chose hate and regression. But don't worry, I will be back on track next week. And lastly, I know how hard this has hit a lot of people. If you're feeling particularly hit by this, know that you are not alone. We're here to help. If you're really struggling, please, I beg you, reach out and call one of the numbers on the screen right now. They're here for you. I wish you all peace and love, and I will see you next week. Though in the future, for my own mental health, I'm going to say my deadline's before Thursday Night Football. Having a little extra time gives me a chance to make a slightly better product. This week, though, there's no ha-ha to end it. There's nothing to laugh about. Thank you guys very much for watching.